Welcome everyone. Today we are coming with another Professor Hemlock video. And tonight I want to have something a little bit different. I am running Fire Mage in a fun arena comp, Spicy Chicken. Very similar to what C9 runs. The only difference here is I'm doing it with a Resto Shaman instead of the Holy Paladin. Predominantly because I just plugged up some of my guildies here to just kind of have some fun, and this is probably the absolute favorite arena comp I have ran in years. Honestly, it's been years. This is insanely fun comp to run. You just have so much one-shot potential, and that's kind of what makes it fun. The three games I'm going to show you guys tonight are all three games that are back-to-back. These are three games in a row that we played, okay? Our first game, we're playing against Disc Priest, Windwalker, Frost, DK. So kind of the big thing here is we're going to look at positioning. So we make one mistake out here in the opener of the game, mainly I do. Our Shaman, he's kiting around this pillar as the melee are going to come in. This is actually pretty good. He's going to try and come around this pillar and get in position of the Priest. His job is to drop a cap totem off of the root beam. So what we're going to open with is our mage ability. So we are going to klepto the Priest as the root beam is going out. And then we're going to open combust meteor, big damage, right? You don't need to hold anything with this comp. It is a all-out one-shot kill setup, okay? So our druid's going to open root beam, our shaman's going to cap totem. Hopefully what happens here is the druid root beams. After the root beam, since our druid is Night Fae, there is a 90% slow for 2 seconds post coming out of the root, so the priest will be silenced during that 2-second window. Our shaman drops a cap totem once the trinket has been used off of the root beam, and then the priest eats a stun for 2 seconds, and in that 4-second window, we have a dead Disc Priest. So let's see what happens. Now, right here, the priest actually pushes in for a fear on the shaman to stop them from kiting the melee, and I get caught in this fear. Bad positioning on my part. I should have seen that priest was going to push in, but I didn't catch it. So I use my trinket here. I Nova the DPS. I shimmer to the priest. You see the klepto go out. Right here, I'm getting ready for a meteor, waiting for the root beam. I drop the meteor. I've got Sky Fury totem down from our shaman. Right here, we're about to drop this priest. There he goes. He trinketed the root beam. I've got combust up, and we smack him with a big 10,500 meteor. You know he ain't gonna live. And he gets sent straight to the afterlife. That's what this comp is all about. Beautiful hard opening. We had the Sky Fury totem. We had the root beam get trinketed, and the priest died even before the cap totem was necessary here. This is at 1693 MMR, and we just won in the first 5 seconds of the actual match. So that's why I love this comp. It is ridiculously fun. So our very next game, this is actually the next game we queue into, Holy Paladin, Frost Death Knight, and Windwalker Monk. So this is going to be a little bit harder, right? That Paladin will bubble the opener. So we're still going to try and kill the Paladin. I mean, this comp's all about the one-shot opener. Worst case scenario, this Paladin bubbles, and then we just have to wait the game out for our next big go, okay? So I'm going to try and get into position to make sure I can get the CC on the Paladin. Now, since this Paladin's kind of pillar kiting here, I actually think I go for a polymorph. Yes, I do. So I go for the polymorph, and then this monk's going to come in. I'm going to try and swap the poly to the monk. There's the root beam, and then boom, there's the bubble. So we do pull out all of the major defensives off of the Paladin. So now the Paladin has no out for the next go. We also pull the DK's anti-magic zone, anti-magic shell, and we pull the monk using his paralysis and everything. So now our whole job is to live. So our druid, he is going bear form and Thornzing, and I'm just trying to peel for him here. I'm dropping DB. I expect them to go for me here, so I actually pop mirrors, but they kind of give up. I'm not sure exactly why they give up and give us the reset. This was a mistake on their end, but we're about to reward them for their pulling back by positioning poorly. So right here, look at this. You've seen me in the previous video talking about the triangle position. Well, this is way too tight of a triangle position. So what can happen right now is if this DK comes in and this Windwalker comes in, we're going to get the living shit cleaved out of us, and this is not good. So we kind of realize this eventually, but we try and pull back a little bit, but they're going to come in and do it anyways. So right here, watch them because they're going to come in. We're stacked up, and we try and get some CC out. And there it is, right there. The monk double leg swept us. We're in some bad CC. Our healer's in trouble. So we're going to shimmer in. He's going to drop his spirit link, and we're going to just try and recover. Again, we're not trying to kill anyone right now. We're looking at the timer on our combust, and I have 19 seconds remaining. So I'm not even trying to do damage. I'm just trying to help my team survive right now. And as I get kicked, I'm in some trouble, so I'm going to block. But we've got it now. We're at 5 seconds left on our combust. Someone can absolutely get flopped right now. So I'm in chat. I'm calling for my boomkin here. I need root beam on paladin. I need root beam on paladin. I need root beam on paladin. So he's going to waddle his little boomkin butt into position here, and we're going to see if we can get that root beam on the paladin now and really finish him off. We are trying to get a little bit of a reset. Now, right here, I do make a mistake. I could have positioned myself betterly to ensure the polymorph on the paladin to give my druid the time to get into the root beam, but I end up getting a DB into a polymorph, and you see the roots coming out. There's the beam, and there's the combust meteor, and he is down. Again, we just chilled, right? We did no damage in between that kill setup. Nothing. All we did was polymorph, DB, frost nova, crowd control, crowd control, crowd control, crowd control, crowd control. We didn't even choose to play the game. We basically just ran away and hid as best we could. And then we got our combust back up, and then we just murdered someone in the root beam. They can only trinket and bubble once. They can't do it every time. And then it's basically a mop up from here on. We're just trying to crowd control, get someone down. The DK quits the game right here. He's just standing there AFK because it's over. And then we take the victory. In this game right here, 1724 MMR. And these games were back-to-back, so those were two teams we queued to straight in a row. And then we'll move to the third one here. This is the third team we queued into. Again, these games are all in a row. Now, this one is a little bit more complex of a fight here. Shadow Priest, Sub-Rogue, Resto Shaman. So this is probably the comp that we have the most difficulty with in the Spicy Chicken setups, predominantly due to the difficulty of Resto Shamans. They're really hard to kill because they have so many outs. They have kicks, they have purges, they have Spirit Link. They have a lot of options to get out. And right there, you can see it. He instantly drops the grounding. Although we kill the grounding instantly, the rogue stuns me. So this is a dead go right now. The shaman's out. The root beam didn't kill him. But look what we got. We got Ascendance. We got his Trinket. And we've got some crowd control. And we've got the earthen wall out. But that'll be up for the next go. So now it's all a matter of trying to survive, crowd control, and get our combust back up. So I am running Pyrokinesis here, which is the talent to make your combust come up every time you cast Fireball 5 seconds shorter. Now right here we've kind of got bad positioning, so I'm trying to call out for my team. We don't need to be pushed in. We don't need to be pushed in. Pull back, and our druid comes out. And we're going to try and get a surprise kill on this priest here, maybe pull out some defensives. So he does. He G-fades there. But I kleptoed him anyways. And again, always klepto before your goes here. This is something that's really important. You got to think every healer in the current iteration of the game has a lot of heal over time effects. Shamans have Riptide. They also have Earth Shield, obviously. They've got a lot of utility here. So our job is to always make sure we get that klepto out so they don't have any rolling heals or buffs on them. That also includes fort, right? 5% health can make the difference in a lot of these kill setups. So their team is going to go for a reset, and I love resets with Spicy Chicken. Since we're only trying to kill on the combust go, all we're going to do, I love resets. Just run away. We win on the resets, right? They're trying to dampen us. Again, Shadow Priest, you know, they're not a bursty class. They have a lot of damage, mind you, but it's just consistent pressurey damage. So we're not trying to get one shot here. So right here, the shaman kicks the poly. I see the combo come out. There it is. There's the grounding totem, and the rogue stuns me again. So I've got an ice block. Right there, this is an important note if you're playing fire. I had mind games on me, and I was about to get procced on Cauterize, right? So if you have mind games on you, any healing effect is going to turn that into damage. That includes Cauterize. So if you get mind games and you feel your HP dropping to a dangerous level, and you're going to get procced on Cauterize, you'll actually one-shot yourself. So it not only negates the heal, but turns it into damage. So you absolutely have to pre-block. You have to. So right there, I block before the Cauterize goes off, saving my own ass. I still get procced, and I'm going to go into a pod here. So now I'm in a pod. My team is going to do everything in the world to try and save my pod. Okay? So right now, we had the priest and a cyclone, but the cyclone ended. My healer is healing the pod. There's a clone going out, and we save my pod. I'm alive. We live to play another game. So now I'm back. I'm at full health. And we're going to retry setting up for another go. Okay? Now that we've got the reset here, we're going to start trying to hit some fireballs. Every fireball you successfully get off gets that lovely 5 seconds off. Sometimes a G-Pie can pull out a CD there, but we don't even need the go. Right there, you can we'll rewind this 10 seconds. Our druid here has the S-Priest isolated. His teammates are behind the pillar. And watch what happens. The isolation, he sees the isolation, gets his Eclipse up, and there's the Convoke. Now, right now, they have their teammates pulled too far back. They already used their kick, and it is over. It is absolutely over. One Convoke was all it took. So again, we didn't even have to line up the burst all the way. We just got our lovely kill set up there, and that is going to be the end of the game here. They just have no chance to recover with their S-Priest. We managed to crowd control through our pods, and we get the victory. And this game was at 1754, and those were 3 games back-to-back spicy chicken, and that is just how powerful that composition is. I want to thank everyone for watching this video. This is Professor Hemlock. Please like, subscribe, and make some comments. This is my first video doing fire. I wanted to bring you this video with the AWC going on and spicy chicken just being featured tonight. I hope everyone enjoyed. Have a great night.